Alrighty, we are back at the Outer Worlds. Welcome everybody, welcome. We finished the Peril on Gorgon DLC yesterday. So today, we're jumping into the Murder on Eridanos DLC, which I've never done. And I think we're right outside where we have to be. Yeah. Alright, here we go. The last roll of Halcyon Helen. She looks like somebody in real life. Oh. Okay, here we go. It me. Travel to Eridanos. Done. Let's look for stuff to steal. Here we go. Steal? Stuff to steal? Nothing here. Hey, pistols. Now, is that better than this gun here? Not per shot, no. Break it down for parts. My druggie needs a new drug. Yeah. I'm going to become a crooked detective now. That I could see everybody. Not streaming on Twitch. I haven't been streaming on Twitch for a while. I kind of was like, I don't know.
Hello
Twitch
there.
has been just
Hope
weird.
Your atmospheric entry wasn't too troublesome. As a guest of honor, you deserve the best in comfort. Sublight Salvage and Shipping Underground, or Slug, as we like to call ourselves, is delighted to welcome you to Eridanos. I'm the Grand Colonial Head Bellhop.
Says.
I'm here to grab your bags and direct you, the inspector, to the Grand Ballroom, which was the scene of the crime.
So yeah, sadistic. Twitch has been kind of like weird. It feels like unless you already have an established base, or you're willing to be a character, like not yourself. I'm playing a character right now. I'm a cartoon of myself, but like being an inauthentic version of yourself. And it's focusing mostly on like IRL and drama stuff, especially with the stuff that went on with I forget what con that was. Was it TwitchCon? And all the lack of action on Twitch's part. It kind of made me kind of look at Twitch with a little bit of disdain. I'll still watch Twitch streams, but right now I'm just kind of vibing with YouTube. Maybe I'll go back to it one day, but today, not so much. Okay, so this guy here wants me to ask him questions. That sounds great. I was promised a room. What's the mood in the hotel? A lot of people upset.
I'll say, there's nary a soul here who wasn't a fan of hers in some respect. Just about everybody's shocked.
And
Some
over here, I
people
think I'm like
inconsolable. Hell, even Black Hole Birdie, Helen's beau, has wandered off. Some folks think he had something to do with the murder, but
I don't really look at the numbers that much these days. I am 12 away from 1,700 on YouTube right now, which is huge. 12 away from 1,700. Some folks think he had something to do with it. The murder, Black Hole Birdie. Was she a divisive figure?
Not particularly. But I think some folks were jealous of her success, or otherwise viewed her as a threat. Reckon how she came about her fame didn't help.
How did she get famous?
Why, she was a natural. People fell in love with her. She managed to wrangle up a following all on her own. She ended up about as famous and high-runged as your average VP, which rubbed a lot of Byzantines the wrong way. Actors ain't supposed to get preferential treatment. I imagine the admin briefed you about Helen's part in the Spectrum Brown unveiling. Too bad about the postponement. Not so terrible as Helen's murder, but still a crying shame.
So how you doing there, Sadistic? Or, I never understood how to say your name on YouTube. Jikininki. Jikininki? How do you say it, like, phonetically? I thought you worked for Slug, not Rizzo's.
I do. Rizzo's happened to rent out the Grand Colonial Ballroom from Slug for the unveiling. A nice mutually beneficial event. But the murder's gone and ruined that.
I'm just going to call you Mike.
Along with 9 out of 10 of my favorite cereals. Anyway, I think I've held you up long enough. Once you're ready, head down to the lobby. The ballroom is just behind the elevators. Meanwhile, I'll grab your bags.
I'm going to keep calling you Sadistic, don't worry. Bags? What bags?
You're making fun, right? Your luggage, belongings, kit, wherever you keep what you ain't wearing. You're still giving me a pretty blank look. Suppose it's none of my business, but do you just wear the same set of clothes all the time?
Yeah. No, that would be ridiculous.
See, you say that, but I
have to lie whenever it shows lie.
Bags. Know what? Never mind, it's not my business. Anyhow, I'll look for you in the grand ballroom later. Hope you can unravel this mystery, Inspector.
One move. Jick in key. Chickeninky. Okay, I just hope I'm not like saying something inappropriate. What does it mean by the for if you don't mind my asking? Sealed door. I'm the inspector around these parts here, huh? Means I gotta inspect all the packages and bins. I don't want to use that just yet. Chicken key. What? Chicken key?
Face?
Used it on WoW for a long time. For your death knight, it was the name slightly modified for flesh-eating ghoul and
I've been here so long, it is affecting my psyche.
That's cool. Just gonna go take the elevator into the basement. Feel whatever's not locked down.
Greetings, Inspector. No need to check in here. Your paperwork has all been processed. You should be able to find the Colonial right ahead.
But I don't want to go right ahead. I want to go and steal. It's the perfect setup. I'm a cop investigating crimes of robbery, but I'm also the robber. Well, you're a maid bot. Sir or madam? You're getting in my way, janitor. Whoa! A new member? Whoa! I gotta take this off of here because I don't... Oh, it's doing double because I'm doing double streams. Okay, so that's what the event list looks like. Well, thank you for the, wait, did you just subscribe or become a member? I'm confused because everything is not the right way. What is going on here? Okay, first I'm going to get rid of this box right here. But I could have sworn my alert said, something different. You subscribed, you think? Okay. My alerts are kind of weird, huh? Oh, no, you became a member. That's subscribing. Okay. Okay. Yeah, Meld is a little weird with the alerts there, because that's not a subscription. That is a became a member. Thank you for that, dude. Appreciate it much. We don't get many of those around here. Legitimately, thank you. Just weapon parts there. I wish I could tell you that there was something really cool and awesome that came along with your $5. That was another thing too with Twitch. Twitch just randomly decided to up sub prices. At least here on YouTube, I can make different tiers of prices and set them at my own or whatever. One of these days, I'm going to have actual benefits besides a channel in the Discord that nobody ever uses. But I think we got to get a couple more members for that first. Thank you, buddy. I even cancel my Amazon Prime and stuff because it's like... One of the only reasons why I was sticking with Amazon Prime was not even for the stuff that I order, because I barely use Amazon for like that. Amazon Prime is what I used to use to get like free games, well, quote unquote free. I used the sub token for friend streams. And then they had that thing where every like 2 weeks or so, it would give you a GOG code to download games and stuff. But now they switched it over to their subscription-based Luna service, and I'm like, yeah, I don't do that. So, Leafs know. Oh, Sullivan, we got a new mark today from the Bellhops. Green ship crate is on the back wall. Jewelry box should be there. Just take the whole thing. These folk are so rich they probably won't even notice it went missing. The fence in the warehouse should be buying. Make sure to keep the Bellhops cup before you go spending. A bellhop is crooked? My twisted sense of justice tells me I must murder him. But yeah, they took that away. So that used to help me justify like 60 bucks was using the 60 bucks of the Prime was for a $5 a month being used for friend streams, but now it's $6, so it's kind of like $72 of that is being used for that, I guess. I don't know. But also, I'm never going to use a subscription-based thing for games ever. That just seems weird to me. Yeah, just a lot of things that Amazon's doing in Twitch that I'm not on board with.
It really is a terrible shame.
I mean, YouTube's got their problems too. But I don't like it here. The Dissident Queen, Chapter 2. Halcyon Helen encounters the Slugmen. Having fought their way past numerous bandit ambushes and hostile automechanicals, Halcyon Helen and the Olympus Opal had found themselves at the gates of the Dissident hideout. You're a fine partner, easily better than my last, said Helen, but I dare say these friends outrank your typical anti-establishment scum. Many of them were scientists before they deserted their corporations, whereupon they stole technology for their own nefarious purposes. I've seen their abominations, and they're more than a typical person can handle. You should return to your job and to the place where you're needed. Though I know my work was valuable, Opal said, I'm still pleased that I was promoted to assist you in the quest to rid the galaxy of those who would threaten the colony's productivity. The two of us together will, I believe, be twice as effective in eliminating the enemies of the board. Oh, so they're on my side. Helen did not respond, but instead bid her companion be silent, for she had seen that the gates of the dissident hideout were no longer shut. Someone or something had opened them.
The murder has inflicted severe emotional trauma on me. I demand a room up.
Acquire penthouse key. I'm not ready yet. I'm just behind the desk doing bellhop stuff. Ooh, let me, is there a door here? Am I gonna get caught? We're good. Severed head of Burbage 2000. Head of Burbage 2000 torn from its body in the penultimate act of Titus Androticus. Why, foolish Burbage, dost thou not perceive that Halcyon is but a wilderness of dissidents? It is only through our citizens' vigilance that they will be caught. Report any and all suspicious behavior at your local constable. What? Funny. Crack this open. Break that down. I'll take that, actually. Don't mind me, I'm just being inspector. Oh, that's not where I want to go. I'm gonna go here. Just doing inspectory things. Inspectoring all your items. Okay. Guest complaints. You like torturing me? Is that what this is? When I first learned I'd be just beneath the floor occupied by the Rizzo's Rangers, I was excited as any tossball loving a Halcyonite should be. What I did not anticipate is the degree to which these hullheads seem to enjoy prancing to and fro, pounding on their floor and my ceiling every hour of the architect-cursed day. Did they install a tossball 5th court upstairs while I was looking, or is this normal? Worst of all, it sounds like one of them has decided to start imitating a woolly cow. I'll give them that it's a convincing facsimile, but it has no place in a hotel, and each bleat is so loud it shakes the glasses on my face. I demand a room change yesterday. For each additional hour after midnight today that I am not rehomed, I expect at least one employee to be fired. Mechanical menace. To whomever member it may of the help it may concern, I've heard a horrible clanking passing my room every night for the past 6 nights. Yesterday, I mustered up all my courage and sent a servant to look. And upon her return, she said seen what looks like an armored mechanical wander by my room for the past 6 nights. She said it was something called Burbage 3001, and that it was a serial star. If this machine is a serial star, I must ask, why are you filming outside our rooms without paying us? We're not consenting to have our temporary property filmed. There is no doubt a contract for this. If the machine is being allowed to wander without being filmed, then I want to be paid double. Do you have any idea how dangerous it is, or how dangerous that thing could be? It could tread on my foot and ruin my aspirations to be a professional dancer, even if I ever decide to have those aspirations. I urgently wait a response. VIP guest list: Ruth Bellamy, L.A.K. Halcyon Helen, Spencer Woolrich, Black Hole Birdie Halcyon. Despite her celebrity status, the greater part of Halcyon Helen's requests have been fairly normal. Soap, shampoo, new towels, all this stuff. Hello there, Sarah Southard. How you doing? One of the exceptions is her unusual consumption of food and drink. I'm not one to judge about that sort of thing. Lord knows I've seen stranger proclivities from other guests, but she really does request a lot and frequently. Listen to this. For lunch today, she ordered 6 borscht and bean sandwiches, 2 purpleberry shakes, 2 purpleberry liqueurs, several retro rockets, and a cigarette's enough to crush a teacup canid. Glad to hear, Sarah. I'd wonder if she's planning a party, but the cleaning staff say that every time they've gone up, there's been no sign of what she ordered. If Helen really does keep managing to get through all of what she's been ordering, then maybe she should consider quitting show business and entering competitive consumption scene instead. That's a lot of food. Seems like it's enough for like 3 or 4 people, right? I'm doing okay. Just jumping into the DLC for the Outer Worlds here. Murder on Eridanos. I've never played it. I've played the base game a couple times. Just finished playing the other DLC, Peril on Gorgon, for the first time, so let's see what this one says. Spencer Woolrich. For the past 2 weeks, I've received 315 service requests from Mr. Woolrich. His entire wardrobe from Terror on Monarch. Oh. 5 gallons of each color of spectrum except black, wants 50 gallons of black. Teacup canids of various breeds, a plasma launcher and consisting of over 60% of all total requests, an upgraded room. Administrator authorized him to move into the second largest room to shut him up. Halcyon Helen got the biggest one, and of course, Woolrich can't accept that he's been eclipsed. Got another room upgrade request, and as I was typing this, I'm more than half of mine to send an exterminator to fumigate his room. So this guy's being a real piece of garbage. And what's Betty doing? Birdie. Malcolm's requests have been about what you'd expect from a professional skullcracker. Toss ball sticks, new clothes because he keeps, and I quote, accidentally tearing the shirts that are too small for my giant muscles. Funny how the rips I've seen look more like they've been made by hand. I've noticed that he's asked for very little in the way of effort, accelerators or enhancers, no skin tough, no oxycomp, not even any dervish mist. Typically, tossball players go through that stuff like there's like no one else. Maybe Halcom's trying to prove something to Helen. Whatever it is, I don't think it's going to work. So Halcyon Helen is a competitive eater on the side. Spencer is a jealous twat. Access card level A. And Birdie.
Black hole Birdie's disappeared, you know. That poor fellow must be inconsolable.
Because Birdie was Halcyon Helen's partner? Quick, let's offload all our junk. A quick $1 or $2. Oh, we have all this from before too, right? More tactical time dilation stuff. I kind of like what I have. Heavy armor we don't do. I mean, it has 4 slots. I was using this. It's 62 armor. Plus on the lockpick, or it's 13 armor, but I have four upgrade slots, so I can mod this to be what I need it to be. Now we're gonna keep what we have here. Armor I'm wearing right now. I look ridiculous. What kind of inspector looks like a marauder?
Oh, come
This
on.
one.
Why is the lounge closed? I wanted brunch.
All right, that's everything. Yeah. All right, let's
I'll bet you
go to the crime scene.
With Halcyon. I knew I should have gotten her autograph.
Oh, thank the law. Inspector, you don't know how relieved I am to see you.
I was actually looking for the bar. Do they serve drinks with little umbrellas here?
Our dossier mentioned you had problems committing to a job. In accordance with Rizzo's company policy, I am required to give you this motivational message. I believe you will find that assisting your local Rizzo's security department is even more thrilling than the sweet, smooth flavor of Rizzo's Spectrum vodka.
Dr. Goodnight, ecstatic to make your various acquaintances and so on? Are we finished with the pleasantries? There's something I'm excited to show you.
I'm guessing you're talking about the body. What have you got for me, Doc? Is it directions to the spa?
Are you talking about that program? What was it called? Perspiring your way to productivity? No, what I have is much more invigorating.
Our coroner has developed a device which may prove useful in your investigation. Our office has instructed her to hand it over to you.
Our office has instructed her to hand it over to you. Oh, please. You make it sound as if I'm turning over stolen goods. Behold, my discrepancy amplifier. Hold it in your hands. Feel the way it hums with ontological potential.
What does it do?
I'm so glad you asked. Allow me to explain. The discrepancy amplifier uses a deterministic model of our universe to detect the discrepancy between what should be and what actually is. Then it renders any discrepancies visible by using the power of magnification.
So it's a magnifying glass.
Yes, it's a magnifying glass, but an extraordinarily powerful one. It looks through the glass of reality itself.
I'm contractually prohibited from endorsing off-brand technology, but I'll bend that rule just this once. You'll want to peer into the amplifier and examine the crime scene.
Okay. Greetings, Inspector. Thanks to the half-genius, half-mad scientific mind of Dr. Goodnight, you've been granted the discrepancy amplifier, a handy investigation device for uncovering clues throughout Eridanos. Be sure to equip the discrepancy amplifier in a weapon slot before you continue to hunt for Helen's killer. Gonna replace this one. Scanning Eridanos for evidence. To catch Helen's killer, you need to use the discrepancy amplifier scope to reveal clues not visible to the naked eye. Once you've located some evidence, aim directly at it while zooming in with your scope and press the interact button to analyze it. Okay. How do I zoom in? First, I gotta take a hit of drugs. Let me deduce.
The discrepancy amplifier is now operational. Greetings, designated inspector and/or unauthorized larcenist. This unit has detected a discrepancy related to Halcyon Helen. Unscheduled expiration of. Begin amplification.
Can talk.
The discrepancy amplifier has been programmed to function as a helpful and perceptive aid to the enterprising inspector in the absence of a reliable deputy.
Oh, you'll love this. Amplifier, tell the inspector about your features.
Please do not interrupt the discrepancy amplifier. The discrepancy amplifier is programmed to
Sass.
take instruction from its registered or designated inspector.
How curious. I must have set its impertinence levels to flagrant.
This unit's features include an automated personality simulator. This unit has been programmed to simulate joy and satisfaction in assisting you.
Alright, let's get started. Tell me what the discrepancy you found.
Stands out from the normally spotless floor of the grand ballroom. Typically, the ballroom is cleaned twice daily, which means this must have been made by either Helen or her assailant or assailants.
Size of the footprints match anything you have on record. Or taste the dirt. Yum. Tastes earthy with a faint woody and fruity undertones.
Footprint is a tailor-made 8.75, suggesting that its owner was very particular about their shoe size. It is also the exact size that Halcyon Helen typically prefers. There are traces of dirt throughout the footprint.
I'm seeing some purple berry in this dirt.
Excellent observation, Inspector. The following compounds have been detected. Purpleberry residue, nitrogen-rich fertilizer, common grass. Grass, fertilizer, and purpleberries can all be found in the purpleberry orchards located not far from the Grand Colonio.
She must have been at the orchards before she died.
This deduction appears sound.
Good
Dirt
work,
is a
Inspector.
great dessert.
I had a feeling
Remember
we'd
growing
make
up as a
some
kid,
progress once we brought
your
you
like
onto the
science
case.
teacher would
You'll
try to
need
trick you into
Administrator
eating
Ludovico
dirt
to
and it
grant
would just
you
like
access to
Oreo
the
pie.
orchards. Contact him through the secure access terminal in your penthouse suite. Check in
Or was
with
that
the
just me growing
concierge.
up?
Your room should be ready by now. If it isn't, I may have to go shake someone by the collar.
Like my earth science teacher brought in Oreo, like an Oreo cake, right? She made an Oreo pudding cake kind of thing. Put it in a flower pot. The top of it was crushed up Oreo cookies, so it looked like dirt. And then she put a fake flour in it. And then she was like, yeah, this is what I have every night. And she put her spoon in it, making us thinking it was an actual potted plant or whatever. And freaked us all out. It was great being a kid. You didn't need these credits no more. Let me see if I can pick your pocket. No, I can't do that here. Okay. This is the stage. I was going to the bar after all. Halcyon Helen introduces Rizzo's Spectrum Brown, Draft 3. I'm Halcyon Helen, and it gives me great pleasure to welcome so many important rich guests to the unveiling of, read following with due significance, unveiling of Rizzo's Spectrum Brown. Thought Spectrum Black was the pinnacle of quality? Think again. Now your taste can reach new highs with the wonderful Spectrum Brown. containing notes of... Okay, so this is basically an ad. Okay. I'm always made it for cookouts. Nice. I can't remember any cookouts I went to when I was a kid. Mainly because my childhood was weird. I basically grew up with a side of the family. I think both sides of the family now that I think about it.
Nearby.
Like, wait a minute, where is this other discrepancy?
How awful! I left my favorite jacket in there.
Was it only that? So basically, growing up with like one side of the family that people were mad at, kind of thing. So I didn't really have any cousins or stuff growing up. Why do you keep telling me there's a discrepancy?
Not sure what Rizzo's was trying to accomplish with this.
So all the cookouts, we weren't really invited to. Is it upstairs, perchance?
We should try to solve the puzzle hedges in the orchards.
Put that away! You're making me nervous.
I'm just looking at you. Alright, so there's really no other stuff there. But what's this next clue? Check into the penthouse suite.
I'm sorry, sir, but while the hotel is an active crime scene, I regret to inform you that all new bookings, room upgrades, room downgrades, and in-room massages are suspect. Oh, you're the special inspector. Mr. Kincannon warned me you'd be checking in soon.
Who?
Why, you.
Oh, no, but I meant your boss.
Oh, Mr. Kincannon. He runs all Sublight Underground operations in the Eridanos atmospheric complex, including the Grand Colonial Hotel. But he keeps his office down in the warehouse district, near the docks. If you should require to meet with him in person, you're most likely to find him there. While you're here, Inspector, could I set you up with a room?
Just point me to the Grand Ballroom. Sure.
For you, only the best, sir, of course. You'll be staying in our luxurious penthouse suite, vacated just recently. So recently that unfortunately the room's still being cleaned.
Ah, it was the murder room, the
left her
lady's
belongings
Halcyon
behind
Helen's
when
room.
she vacated unexpectedly, so we needed a little time to tidy the suite up for you. Simply call the elevator in the lobby and our highly skilled operator will deliver you to your private floor with efficiency and cheer.
The Grand Colonial sure is interesting.
It certainly is a marvel of modern ingenuity, luxury, and ambition. Please, allow me to answer any curiosities you might have about our building and the amenities on offer.
What does the penthouse have to offer?
Twice the size of the next biggest room, and kitted out with any amenity you want, as well as many that you won't. Best to enjoy it while you can, Inspector. Typically, the only people who can afford the penthouse suite have enough bits to suffocate everyone on Terra 2. Also, please inform me if Woolridge gives you a hard time about getting a better room than his. Don't tell him I said this, but everyone on staff wants to strangle him.
What's so special about the upper
Most
levels?
certainly. All the important folks can be found in the utmost parts of the hotel. You can hardly walk 3 feet without bumping into a tossball grate or a bored exec. Though maybe don't bump into them. Could be harmful to your health.
No one seems to talk about the lower levels.
Who would be interested in a staff-only area? Most folks never ask about the sewers beneath Rizzo's plant, either.
Can't honestly tell me there's nothing of interest in this in half the hotel. Not mincing words, huh? Let's go over to the hotel then.
Of course, you're...
Alright, let's do this again. I guess you don't lump yourself in with the other workers.
Oh no, Inspector, sir. I live down there too. But that doesn't mean I plan to abide in the bowels of the Grand Colonial forever. The best thing about Sublight compared to other organizations is the potential for upward mobility. We bottom rungers get in, do our job, do it well, then move up and on. This is but one rung on the grand ladder of life, you see?
Mm-hmm.
If you're
you got some high-profile guests here, right? What can you tell me about them?
My apologies, Inspector, but that would be a severe violation of guest privacy. We here at the Grand Colonial firmly believe that... All right, my supervisor just walked out of earshot. Some folks just don't understand the importance of gossip. About whom?
I'm also investigating a
And what would you wish to
murder,
know?
so I should know who's here. Right? Did you notice anything about Halcyon and Helen before she died?
You know, out of everyone here, I probably knew the least about Helen. I'm not much of an Aether Wave watcher myself. And Helen always had a crowd of admirers chasing her, you see. So she rarely stopped to chat. Friendly enough, surely, but always seemed untouchable. Emphasis on seemed.
You're acting strangely?
Now that you mention it, she was usually calm and collected, but every so often I'd see her looking all wild-eyed and intense. It seemed as if she was determined about something. Or maybe she was just hungry. That woman ordered a lot of food. Maybe show business gives you a faster metabolism.
Or she's got a space tapeworm.
You know,
This part
I'm
closer to the people.
Everyone wanted to be around Helen. She could usually be seen alongside Birdie or Woolrich, for obvious reasons.
Heard Birdie was staying here.
Birdie. Is he bigger than he is dumb, or dumber than he is big? I have a bet with a friend. Not sure we'll ever get it to pay out. Birdie used to be Helen's beau, though he isn't anymore, and not just because she's dead. If I had 1,000,000 bits, I'd spend every one just to learn what caused their split.
Helen's co-star Woolrich. Any reason you want her dead?
If looks could kill,
Yeah, he's
he'd have
jealous
put
as
her in the
heck, right?
ground 10 times over. Man's clearly jealous of her success compared to his.
Uh-huh.
See, I'd bet we're the only two people thinking about him in all of Eridanos. And I only am because you mentioned his name. If you leave woolly cow milk out, it turns to curds. Leave the curds out, they begin to get stale, then rot. Woolridge is on his way to the trash bin, and everyone knows it. Either he's in denial, or he knew Helen would be checking out soon, judging by his increasing demands for a room upgrade.
That's enough gossip
That's
for now.
a shame, Inspector.
I'm a freelance captain, changing the colony one high-stakes encounter. I'd like to let my reputation speak for me. Few people know about me, the better. I'd say too bad.
A man of mystery, are you? Consider me intrigued.
My room's ready.
Ah yes, we are
There we
most
go.
pleased to offer you our grandest of grand accommodations, Inspector. The penthouse suite on our topmost
Administrator
floor is now available
Ludovico.
for you. The last guest left her belongings behind when she vacated. Simply call the...
Okay, goodbye. Forever. No. There's the elevator.
Hello there, my inordinately esteemed guest. If my hello were any more earnest, this loudspeaker would explode.
Would it?
What authorized floor can I bring you to?
Bring me up to the guest floor.
So sorry, but you're not actually authorized to visit that floor.
And bring me to the
Next up,
penthouse.
the finest seat in the house.
So this is my apartment now. The penthouse, huh? Shoes, clothes. Lot of cigarettes. Flyer promoting of the Productotherapy Seminar with renowned prophet of profitability Jasmine Leva and her retreat in the Wilderness Exploitation Reserve. Under her patented system, purge your body of nefarious humors, stopping you from unlocking your true productive potential. Number of cigarettes here indicate the smoker's lifespan has been shortened by approximately 11.2 years. That's... Sam?
Sam's Special Inspector add-on includes a magnifying glass to sleuth out the germs and parasites that other cleaning products leave behind.
This is the entire penthouse, huh? Oh wow, she really left everything.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. left inside this suitcase matches the silhouette of Halcyon Helen's iconic handgun, the Needler. The weapon was recently removed.
Needler's missing.
Helen, where did we go wrong? Oh, Lo, I'm so sorry. That didn't mean for... Helen, I love you. I love you so much.
Shower drinks. Can't agree with that. Earrings. I'm gonna sell all this stuff as soon as I can. Alright, let's look inside your terminal. Messages from Administrator Ludovico. Miss Helen, thank you for choosing Eridanos Atmospheric Complex as the site of your next publicity and marketing campaign. By endorsing the Spectrum Brown product, you are aligning yourself with a revolution in leisure beverage market. Indeed, in the culture of Halcyon itself, we are going to change the world together. Disappointed. Profitability profit. Oh. Helen, I don't understand why you and I must be enemies. Are we not both branches on the same tree of privilege? You command audiences with your masterly performances on the Aether Wave, and I command the attention of our corporate leaders. We're both cultural icons with a responsibility to set a good example. I'm disappointed to discover you've berated my seminars publicly and on official records. I take particular umbrage in your characterization of my most recent seminar, spearheading your project, How to Motivate Your Workforce Using Ancient Weaponry, as a, and I quote, nonsensical vanity project from a dyed-in-the-wool buffoon. These are fighting words. Expect to hear from my personal auditor soon. Sincerely, Profitable P.O. Money can't buy happiness, and other lies we tell ourselves. A new seminar by me. Okay. Free advice from Kincannon. This is Bellamy. You're a talented actor. I've enjoyed your roles all across the years. I'm especially fond of your performance in Terror on Monarch. Ludovico doesn't appreciate the serials. Maybe that's why he never shows when he's being played. Still thinks you're here to endorse Spectrum Brown. Your performance has him fooled. I have a feeling I know what you're up to. It's always a little disappointing when the audience is a few steps ahead of the plot. Best, Cedric. Guest advisory bulletin board. Your safety is your responsibility. In light of recent unfortunate events regarding the passing of a beloved cultural icon, we at the Grand Colonial have doubled the number of armed guards for only a small security surcharge. Non-refundable. Okay. Because Helen went and got herself killed, now everybody has to pay us extra monies. Nothing here. Nothing here. Okay, so this is just like a lounge area. And the dining. This is a fancy little place. This is doubling as my ship, I'm realizing actually now. Nothing to repair because I haven't used anything. Cards. One of these days I will use the stuff I've collected, but not today. Alright, so there we go with all that stuff. Alright, I've officially looted everything that can be looted from the lootable areas. Loot.
Inspector, I understand you've visited the scene of the crime. Halcyon Helen was an important cultural icon. She will be sorely missed.
You mean Ruth Bellamy? Halcyon Helen was just a character. I still don't know why you hired me. I'm usually causing murders, not solving them.
I will be plain with you. I'd prefer not having to hire you at all. This matter should be resolved by Rizzo's security. But Cedric owns the land complexes, so we have a jurisdiction problem. Constable Keene encouraged us to hire a third-party freelancer. Right now, you're the best chance we have at resolving this incident and getting on with our affairs.
So you're saying I'm not the best choice. Well, thanks for the vote of confidence. Relax, I've been solving problems for two idiots who don't get... Oh. Been solving problems for two idiots who don't get along since Emerald Vale.
I see. Well, I appreciate your candor. Yes, let's go with that. Back to the matter at hand. Tell me about your investigation.
Got a lead. I can't tell you why, but I gotta head to the orchards.
Your discretion is appreciated. I admit, I'm beginning to feel more confident in this arrangement. Here, I'm granting you access through the gates to the orchards.
Ooh.
You're officially authorized to see this investigation through to the end. There is one caveat. Cedric's being rather intransigent about letting you into the spaceport.
Intransigent?
Possibly he's trying to hide something. Possibly he wants to annoy me. Possibly both.
What does that word mean? So he locks his doors the moment an investigator arrives. That's not suspicious.
I agree with the sentiment behind your snide remark. Unfortunately, the Piraeus spaceport is Cedric's purview, not mine. You have a lead to chase. Law speed, Inspector.
I'll be back. Alright, let's go chase down this lead.
Hi there, Inspector. It might be a little beyond my job description to ask, but at my heart, I'm still a bellhop. Was the suite to your liking?
Did I ask you to talk to me? No, I'm not going to be that rude. I'm here to investigate, ma'am. I don't really care about the hotel. No, it was fine. I don't feel too strongly. It was fine. I don't feel too strongly about it.
That's completely fine, Inspector. Hopefully you'll warm up to it. Now, I'd love to bring you to a
The lobby, please. Or exit the Grand Colonial. Yeah, so we have to go to the orchard now because she had berries on her footsies. This is another way up top. Is this another area up here? Hold on. What's up here? Stuff to steal. That's what's up here. Adreno. We like that. Is there anything down here to steal? No, nothing. Ooh, steal.
No, I ain't. What the hell? Yes, I am supposed to be here. No, I don't think the waiter is coming back with our drinks. It might be my fault. Sorry.
Retro rockets. What are retro rockets? Because Ellen ordered a bunch of them, they said, right? Over there is where I have to go. All the way over there? Man, I can't wait to fast travel. Something tells me I'm not going to have a lot of shooting to do on this game.
And when I can't get a hold of anyone in the orchards, I can't make sure of that, can I?
No, Miss Fergus. Sorry, I'll work on getting a hold of someone.
Great, you do that.
Nothing to worry about. I'm totally not stealing everything in here. Alright, I am going to walk away now. Everything was empty when we got here. This isn't precarious whatsoever. I got 167 drugs. I feel like this is the only weapon I'm going to be using this entire time. Never mind. Yeah, there's nothing else up here. This little sprat. Oh, we got marauders. They should have no idea where I am. Oh, I have that thing where I get a crit. It hurts everybody around them. Yeah, so that's why they all come up after me. Candied meat, candied meat. Sneak. So we got marauders here, huh?
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. The garb on this security guard identifies him as a member of the Rizzo's corporation. His rank would have been that of Jawbreaker or higher. The security guard has experienced premature expiration. Evidence strongly suggests a conflict with marauders.
Richest pockets. 3 bits and half-eaten Rizzo's Purple Crunch. At least he left this world happy. Whatever. See you later, bud. Ooh. This there. He's the guy that took out from above.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Timeline discrepancy. This card also expired prematurely, following a violent encounter with marauders.
Include. I don't want to sleep. I want to just steal his stuff. Look under the bed. Okay. Connector complex maintenance terminal key required.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Now, will it always signal off when there's a discrepancy no matter what? Or only ones I haven't analyzed?
Hey, Crew C. It's Amelia. Evan must have gotten into the spectrum in these crates. Listen to this. Come out! Come out to play! Law, he's having a grand old time. I'm gonna take him to A2 under the hotel so he can sleep it off. I'll meet you back at the orchard straight after. See you soon. Evan, come on, you slackwit.
No, it stops once you've already... God, man.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Where? Sounds like it's somewhere over here. Yoink, 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 yoink. That down. I have a lot of new guns. They seem like they might be better. This one, no, this one goes away. This one goes away. You might come with us. Let's keep on going. So there are marauders on here. Could be a very old Easter egg reference with the sound that discrepancy amplifier makes when you start talking to them. I think it's like from Buck Rogers. You know, it could very possibly be that. I feel like the other episode, Paralon Gorgon, was a huge nod to Firefly. This one might be a nod to like the old, you know, space serials like Bucky Rogers. Buck Rogers. Hey, Frank. Sydney Moyano.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! It's Rizzo's.
What the fuck is happening with what?
Nut Hut, you wonderful, wonderful customer. Thank you for giving my humble existence value.
What in law's name is on your neck?
Oh, that? I call it my little passenger. I don't know why. The name just appeared in my head when this thing showed up on my neck.
How long have you had this passenger?
Couple of days. Ever since it showed up, I've been feeling happier and happier. I really can't imagine life without my little passenger.
Where'd you find
I
them?
don't know. It just appeared one day. I guess I just picked it up while working in the orchards. Sometimes I wonder how it showed up, and I start to worry. But worrying feels bad, and I hate feeling bad. So I don't worry about it.
That's great. Let's
Now
change the
I'd
topic.
love to get you something. Maybe a couple somethings? Whatever you like, I can sell it to you at a low, low price.
What can you tell me about the orchards?
I'm so glad you asked. The orchards are my third favorite subject, with my first being Rizzo's refreshing drinks and my second being Rizzo's toothsome confectionaries. Our orchards are the source of 63% of Rizzo's total produce, which correlates to 112% of fresh goods throughout all of Halcyon. Give or take a few percent, of course.
What?
If you want to know more about each part of the orchards, might I recommend one of our fantastic tours? One of our options is even audio-guided as a special bonus feature.
I might be interested in hearing more about your
Oh, I'm
tours.
so glad you said that. Our tours are my fourth favorite subject. Every part of the orchards is so rich with Rizzo's lore. Buy a tour ticket and anoint yourself with knowledge.
What are my
We
options?
have 3 tour options: Premium, Premium Plus, and the Golden Ticket. Each option is wonderful in its own special way. Premium includes a 10-minute pass to the Sprat Petting Zoo. Premium Plus comes with a novelty Purpleberry and Amber, and the Golden Ticket is audio-guided in addition to being self-guided.
I'll buy a
Which
ticket.
kind would you like?
I got a golden
You're in
ticket.
luck. We have one left. Normally they're 100 bits, but seeing how I'm sold out of everything else, I can give it to you for just 90. How does that sound?
What if I just put her out of her misery from that the little passenger and just take the ticket from her body?
Well, that's all right.
Halcyon Helen
I'm
was
sorry. The only celebrity who shopped recently is Black Hole Birdie. Quite the affable man, as it so happens. And the stories are wrong. He could probably lift 2 benches of tossball players at once, not just one. Laws, not just affable, but virile, too. Ooh, wait a minute. Now that his beau's dead, that means Birdie's single. Maybe I'll strike up a little more than conversation the next time he comes by.
Whoa, you seem a little, Take him to see a Halcyon Helen movie.
Hey, that's a swell idea. Terror. Sadness is a big old waste of time. Besides, the sooner I start courting him, the sooner we can both be happy.
Let me see what the other option was. If I said, like...
No, I'm sorry. The only celebrity who shot and the stories are...
I can't get another one of that? Ah, man. Can I sell you stuff? I sell you junk.
Our alcohol stocks are larger than...
Let me see something here. If I just, can I enter? Oh, hello. Break that down. Is there an entrance into here? Yes. Stealing. As long as she doesn't turn around, I can just take everything. So if I kill her, I can't get the ticket. That was my question. I don't think I can. Let's see. That's a wild gun. Let's load that up again, though. Save scum. Alright, so I guess I'll buy the tour ticket from her.
Thanks for visiting Rizzo. Now...
Tour options. I'll buy a ticket. Golden ticket. Yeah.
That's great.
Bye. No.
Maybe I could hold up my end if your people weren't sabotaging my operations.
Let me just steal your stuff first before I introduce myself. It's customary where I come from.
And if sabotaging the orchards weren't enough, you had to make it personal. You really had to bust my Insta coffee maker too? The nerve.
Hold that asinine thought. Who is this armed stranger who just wandered into your office? Back up for a fight you can't finish?
What the hell are you talking about? I don't know this fella. I think it's mightily more likely that he's under your payroll. Here to burn down what you haven't already.
Just got here to investigate a murder. Go about your business. Things have a tendency to break around me, but I don't know about sabotage.
I see. Just a visitor, then.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Hathaway. Not everyone's abandoned your orchards.
Well, shame that you're trying to change that. Anyway, sorry for the heated reception, stranger. There's just been some trouble here of late. Name's Overseeing Orchardist Hathaway, and I'm in charge of these orchards. Though it seems like certain groups, which will remain unnamed, are trying to change that. Looks like I'm stuck playing the part of customer service rep. Guess it's different from the usual, at least. Something I can do for you?
Overheard you mention sabotage.
Yeah. Just another woe to add to the pile.
Oh, yeah?
In the past, the orchard subcontracted security work from Slug. You know, keep the malcontents on staff from causing too much trouble. But between the Spectrum Brown unveiling demanding all of our resources and the recent uptick in worker accidents, we just ain't got the budget for security. And, of course, Slug has decided that instead of being reasonable, they're just gonna sabotage our operations until we start paying them again.
Look at the poor Rizzo's manager, lying about Sublight to make himself feel better. Shame he skipped where Rizzo's were short on our payments months before the new unveiling.
At the end of the day, it's obvious that Slug is sabotaging us. I ain't paying until they come clean.
I can figure out what's going on.
Thank the law. Some good news. You hear that, lapdog? Truth's coming. Better fess up while you still can outside of an interrogation room.
While I'm sure you'd love to have a scapegoat on whom you can pin your own incompetence, I suspect you'll be disappointed. But what do I know? I suppose it's up to your new hiree.
Mm-hmm. Let's see about this one. I would like this to be the one. There we go. That looks awful. There we go. I was like, wait a minute, that looks terrible.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. These footprints match the shoes previously analyzed in the Grand Ballroom. There is a 110% chance with a 10% margin of error that they were left by Ruth Bellamy, the actress known as Halcyon Helen.
Examine the footprint, depth, and spacing. Follow the trail without further... It's short and the imprints are in the dirt or deep, as if determined. It would appear that Helen was in a hurry. I like this whole, investigatory piece. Biped mechanical. Oh, it does that when you get close.
Timeline discrepancy detected. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
Well, sweet hello there, valued visitor.
Why do they all have a thing in their neck?
Sorry to break it to you, but our orchards are closed to all officially guided tours at this precise moment in... Rizzo's does beseech you to please purchase one of our self-guided options if you're wishing. Now with a Puzzle Hedges trademark maze hunt and special edition taste testing for an
Got a ticket already. Tell me more, but no.
Ah, you mean that lovely actor who got herself dead? Damn shame what happened to her. She did come by, but not during any official tour time. I thought she'd hired a private tour at first, but it was Dr. Blossom who was showing her the way to the RR and DD labs. Can't imagine why she needs to meet with our head researcher on the Spectrum product line outside of her lab hours. Unless, of course, it had to do with the new product unveiling. That's right.
RR and DD, Rizzo's research and...
Maybe it might have involved an issue with the launch batch then? I can't rightly say. All I know is one of our certified tour guides...
Everybody here looks weird with this smiling thing and this tentacle coming out of their neck. Seen any murder weapons lying around? Bottle of poison, smoking laser pistol, bloody blunt force object.
Can't say that I have.
I don't know yet. I just got to the orchard, and the two people I've talked to have had this tentacle thing sticking out of their neck.
And I haven't seen any bloody objects aside from the usual pair of gardening shears. Unless, that is, Miss Helen was also stung to death by pollinization wasquitos. She wasn't, was she? That would be a mighty wretched way to go. Pollinization by killer wasquitos, indeedy. It's cutting-edge Rizzo's technology. But don't you worry, valued visitor. Our pollinization cycles only run when the orchards are empty, for safety reasons. When a pollinization cycle finishes or is aborted, all wasquitos are biologically programmed to return to the hive, their holding pen. Of course, the very last thing Rizzo's would want is a beloved tourist bumbling into the hive and triggering an unscheduled cycle. So you'd best steer clear of it for safety. You'll know the hive by its big, glimmering electric fencing.
Are you the groundskeeper?
Yes, indeedy. I've got the wondrous honor of having just been promoted to third keeper of the grounds after the last one disappeared on the job. Gosh, I guess about a week ago now. Before my morning
that makes sense with that
Sunday,
other message saying that 6 days, for the past 6 nights, there was a robot patrolling their room, right?
Twig and berry on this vast swath of fertile land.
You don't find that suspicious?
Sweet, no. It's not like he was murdered. He simply disappeared without a trace and hasn't been heard from since. And the groundkeeper before that one? Well, she wasn't missing at all. Her body was found near hive control, covered head to toe in thousands of welts. no mystery,
Oh.
and certainly no murder with what happened there.
Of the OSHA course you
I mean,
took?
you
Yeah,
can't
this
exactly
this
host
game
the
is filled with
mosquitoes
OSHA
on trial.
violations. Space OSHA is
Accidents do
pissed
happen
at
on the
everybody
job.
here. We're not glossing over the missing groundskeeper. No one knows what happened to him.
Can't speak for others, but I most assuredly don't. I reckon you could talk to my supervisor, the overseeing orchardist. He would know more. I used to ask questions, but gee, I just don't feel the urge to anymore.
I should purchase a golden ticket.
Well now,
Okay.
there are folks who defend the premium option and its rat petting zoo, but once you've been... Of course, tours of any access level must be suspended during a scheduled pollinization cycle. Our mosquitoes are quite territorial, and...
Alright, enough about the orchards. You seem excessively happy.
Why, you say that as if it's a bad thing. You won't find a Rizzo's worker in all of Eridanos who isn't 100% thrilled in their day-to-day existence.
What do you mean?
Happy workers lead to happy customers. Happy customers are repeat customers. And repeat customers make the charts look better on our weekly profit reports. So if nothing else, it's my responsibility at all times to smile, smile, smile. And you know what never fails to bring a smile to my face? What kind of investigation? You wouldn't happen...
That's right, I'm Inspector John Longbottom, here to inspect the health and safety of your crops.
Oh, drat. This distresses me, and I do not like feeling cross. I warned the orchardist this could happen when we halted our monthly bribe to Slug. They were always a reliable go-between, regarding inspections before now. So, what might you be looking to find out, Mr. Inspector?
Alright, tell me about Rizzo's relationship with Slug.
Did he now? That sounds about right. He has been mightily outspoken in his disdain for Slug in recent months. The overseeing orchardist had the last groundskeeper deliver a contract termination in the place of our regular payment. Rizzo's decided we don't need their services anymore. See, with our new morale-boosting
So we know what happened to the groundskeeper
our
then.
employees are much more productive.
What exactly is this medical treatment?
Sorry, I'm not at liberty to say.
You've heard
Of
enough.
course.
Bye.
I can't stop you from poking around, but do be mindful of our pollinization hive. There's a reason why we keep him behind an electric fence, you know.
You are weird.
That's not funny!
The clue up there.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
I can't hear you laughing!
We're all infected by something.
I'll show you happiness!
What the frig?
Funny?
This is weird.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Oh.
Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the
It's an
deceased
actual
actress known
gun.
as Halcyon Helen.
Give me all your ammunition, your weapon.
Timeline
They had these cartoon characters with the creepiest smiles while talking about people getting stuck in in caves. Oh, really? That's kind of wild for being an OSHA thing. That is very strange. There's one inside here, isn't there? Right here.
Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the...
Stand in awe before our huge Rizzo's Hothouse Conservatory trademark. This building, are you wondering about that omnipresent warm and fragrant mist? Note, Rizzo's discourages inhalation of its safe and natural liquid fertilizer. Remember,
Timeline discrepancy detected. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to...
Hey, God! What are you doing in here? Are you authorized to be in the conservatory? Are you trying to give me a heart attack? Are you my ex-wife? No, she fell off the side of Eridanos under mysterious circumstances 6 years ago, conveniently rendering our marriage contract null. You must be the new, groundskeeper? That can't be it either, seeing how the new one hasn't died yet. Just who are you?
Lie. You were right the first time.
Very funny. If you were Edna, you would have stabbed me in the throat halfway through the second word of my first question. Though you do smell a bit like her, like blood and starship grease. You must be
the trademarks are getting to you? What do you mean?
Well, I suppose you can poke around as you like. Bleeding hell. Standing up like this makes a body forget how stiff it gets, bent over plants all day. Oh, seems I'm not as young as I feel.
Yeah, same voice actor. He was also somebody inside the hotel. He was a guest. You're a botanist, right? What do you do for Rizzo's?
I sit inside and I look at plants. Goal is usually to make Rizzo's fruit products hardier and sweeter, but for every success, there are a couple of hundred failures. Example, tried breeding native Tripicale with a foreign strain. Would have called it Hexticale. In the end, it bred so fast, workers were swallowed up before they could harvest it. That one, I think, can be attributed to the waspitos. Some lament their irritability, but their productivity is unmatched. What's a few dead workers in the architect's designs?
I'll take your word
You'd
for
be
it.
the first to. Everyone else just says, I got bark instead of a heart. They just don't understand me. Not...
Did Halcyon Helen come through here?
Indeed. Tromped in and out of the conservatory with no heed for anyone else. Good thing none of my charges were damaged. Starlet or not, I would have had a harsh word for her. I heard she pushed her way into a tour of the RR&DD labs. Not
Where?
soon after.
In the dialogue?
Well, she's not going anywhere ever again.
I didn't notice. Drugs.
Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
Got off you.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
I gotta do something here that's 30 meters below the ground. How? This is me investigating the sapling thing. Ronk Ravager?
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
What the frick?
This reeks of unhappiness. I just want to be your friend!
Did I hear something? Baby? I just wanted to make you smile!
No thanks.
Analysis. This discarded canister is typical of the R-mounted storage tanks on the orchard's agricultural mechanicals. However, it is not currently attached to a mechanical. This canister contains a high amount of vinegar in addition to water. Warning. Use of vinegar, a known herbicide, on purpleberry saplings is a violation of Rizzo's agricultural standards.
For chemical analysis.
Chemical makeup of substance. 50% water, 50% vinegar. Trace amounts of woolly cow feces also detected. These canisters can typically be found in the nursery storage building in the purpleberry orchards, except for this one, which can be found here.
Of course. Bronc Ravager. Gun does a decent amount of damage. Whoa. They've got booze on them. Wish I could see the, there they are. Oh, I vaporized another one over here somewhere. What key card did I just pick up? Exterminator Automech Terminal Access Card. Oh.
Timeline discrepancy detected
Wrecked
nearby.
Picnic. RRDD Lab Security Access Card. This is a key card is for the Rizzo's Research and Development District Labs. If you are reading this warning anywhere other than the RRDD Labs, please return it to the RRDD Labs. Only a moderate extreme pay deduction and a mild reduction of working fingers. Take that, thank you. After the tossball stick is bent and cracked, exceeding tossball regulation requirements. The end of this tossball stick is matted with Rizzo's dark matter
Bits of wicker
chocolate.
detected, embedded within the chunks of dark matter. Wicker is not a known ingredient of the dark matter product.
Looks as if someone used this tossball stick to completely obliterate a picnic basket. Maybe it's some kind of upper-class mating
The
ritual.
only members of a tossball team strong enough to crack a stick in two are the dedicated hackers, like Black Hole Birdie. Whatever Ms. Ruth Bellamy must have relayed to the tossball hacker during their picnic together instigated a furious increase in his usual strength threshold by 52%.
What happened here? Some emotions were running hot. I think I was supposed to follow these footprints to the picnic. I see through it? No. But they did manage to put... It's a nice touch. So... Enter the RRDD labs. Hmm. $90, $133. That one's clearly underground.
Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as... Congratulations, Inspector.
They just keep going.
You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
How do I see red? Frenzied host?
Freaks of unhappiness! Something's bumming me out.
Happy workers make for happy customers. I just want to be your
What just happened there?
Oh, I just want to be your friend.
Did you just explode on me there, dude? That's weird. Parasite jelly, huh?
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
There's something down here I gotta do. Office to the Keeper of the Grounds. Terminal access. Welcome user Keeper 03. Recall exterminators. Anna Summers. Okay. Needs are up by 0.003%. Archived entries. A new life. 2 bits deducted from our user wages. Opening log. I always dreamed of living in Eridanos, but the science types always said it was impossible. The gravity will crush your bones. There's no breathable atmosphere. Blah blah blah. Well, that's why I've got this new groundskeeper position, and they're stuck on Terra 2. When the execs are looking to promote somebody, they don't look at the doubters. Oh, I almost forgot the best part. While this whole place is automated, not only do I get a promotion, I also get to work less. All I need to do is make my way to the hive every so often to set the pollinization cycles. Aside from that, it's just keeping the local sprats from eating all the purple berries. Fine for Sandra Cullen. Well, Sandra bit the big one. Company policy says due to our marriage contract, I've got to take her position now. Something about discouraging workers from dying on the job, so here I am. Seeing her body once they got the wasp mosquitoes to stop stinging it ain't been great for my entomophobia. Thinking, oh, that's the fear of tiny holes, right? Thinking maybe I grab a few spectrums and find somewhere to hole up until the execs think I've left or died or something. Thought about purpleberry puzzle hedges, but Seen a lot of people go in, and not a lot of people come out. No clue what might be lurking in there. So this is the former groundskeeper that disappeared on purpose. Strange day today. Left the shack. That was P. Cullen, right? Yeah. Strange day today. Left the shack only to find a fellow I'd never seen before standing out front. Had his hands deep in his pockets and was looking at me with an odd, hungry kind of expression. Said he either was a slug or worked for one, which caused me no small amount of confusion. Didn't have time to ask for clarification because he immediately started asking me for donations to keep the orchards running. First time I've seen a con man try to convince a shopkeep that he's actually the one minding the store. Hardly need saying, but I took my claw rake and chased him off. Here's hoping I don't hear from that loon again. Called all them. Right console.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. This console is 95% non-functional. Remaining 5% functionality stems from display reading console non-functional. Cause of shortout is most likely related to purple residue splattered all across the keyboard.
Taste it. Super sugary with the sweet tang of purple berry and a bunch of other topical flavors all mixed together. Meshes well with the faint flavor of oil. Chemical analysis.
Contains trace amounts of purple berries, fruit flavors, and artificial sweeteners number 35, number 49, number 240, number 322, number 314, and many
That's a lot of sugar.
Others.
Not much. There's a bunch of buttons. Okay. Console, and it's looking very console-like. Let's go find the intern, which is not too far away. Nursery storage. Take all this. Hey, who are you?
Wait. I'm supposed to say the slogan.
Yeah?
You can do this, Anna.
Do it.
Here goes. It doesn't matter if you're you or me. We're all part of the Rizzo's family. How was that?
Completely splendid. You didn't embarrass yourself even the slightest bit.
No jest. Well, that's a wager I sure would have lost. Guess even a busted spectrometer can be right if you hold it to the light, huh? I'm sure you've guessed it, but I'm not the best at remembering slogans. And when I can't remember them, I tend to just make them up. But I guess that's why I'm just an intern and not a full-timer. At least, not yet.
Don't think I've met an intern before. You see a sign of a beleaguered actor running around?
Oh yes. I thought I saw someone who looked self-important enough to be her by the conservatory some time ago. Not to speak ill of the dead. I simply never liked the way she stole the limelight from the true star. Burbage 3001.
Wait, you're a Burbage fan?
I certainly am. That aerodynamic chassis, how the light glints off his rotund head, the way he enunciates cry havoc and let loose the canids of war. Excuse me, I got a little lightheaded there. Nobody does Shakespeare like Burbage. What were we talking about?
What about Spencer
Who?
Woolrich? Okay.
I suppose so. I also suppose Helen won't be stealing the limelight ever again.
I don't think I've met an intern before.
It's not so different from being a regular worker, just with less pay and less respect. Oh, it's also more dangerous than traditional employment. You don't have the experience to back up your work yet, but being fired isn't any less threatening. Work-wise, I do a bit of everything. The orchards have been short-staffed as long as I've been working here. So if there's an odd job around, it usually gets passed to me.
Be an intern if it's riskier than typical employment. So how'd you get your position?
Laws, you've got a sixth sense for finding the most embarrassing question, huh? My mother is the Rizzo's assistant vice president of flavor testing. She set me up with this position, mostly to keep me from troubling her work, I think. Consequently, I don't always feel like I deserve to be here. All the more reason to work harder, I say.
You don't want to be staying an
Much as I
intern,
love
huh?
delivering coffee and medical attention. Don't tell anyone I said this, but I sometimes feel that our workers could be so I'm shooting for administration in Rizzo.
I've learned my fill.
Happy
You
to enlighten you. Let me know if there's any...
haven't been causing trouble in the orchards, have you?
What? No, that's ridiculous. I can't tell you I've never made any mistakes, but it'd be pretty hard to keep my job if I were trying to break everything. Though there was the time I tried to fix a broken hinge on one of our mosquito hives and released a swarm. Chased me around the orchards 3 times before I managed to get help.
Remind me how this is an example of you not screwing up.
Hey, that was one honest mistake. One! And considering the fact that mosquitoes have a tendency to kill people, I think I learned my lesson. As did the rest of Rizzo's. Don't worry though, mosquitoes are typically only about when living folks aren't in the orchards.
So what happens if mosquitoes don't, they got their work hours, let the bugs out at all? Seems like they'd be better just to exterminate them.
No. The mosquitoes are incredibly helpful for the orchards. They almost never get out either, and when they do, it's just a matter of recalling. But this is all a departure from what I wanted to say. I've been trying to help the orchards. Hold a moment. You haven't found anything, have you?
Found a strange substance on the processing console. You should really just come clean.
But there's nothing to come clean about. I've just been doing my best out.
Well, I found a strange thing here.
Well, maybe. I might have had a supersized cup of mixed purpleberry punch and lemon slap that I might have knocked over when I was running routine diagnostics. Look, I know what you're thinking, but I have the proper permit to mix those drinks.
You're more upset about the drink mix than the fried field?
Product experimentation without an R&D license is even more severe than damage to company property. Wouldn't want anyone thinking I'm making black market mixed drinks.
On the toxic fertilizer.
Why should weed killer affect saplings? Weed killer. It's in the name. It should kill only weeds. That really seems like it's
so you're
more
dumb.
on
Okay.
than on me.
Now I understand.
Well, yes. The orchards are becoming overrun with pests. Usually we give workers handguns and tell them to go to town, which results in many injured workers and a few dead sprats. Our exterminator automax only kill mosquitoes. And even then, only if an exec somehow ended up in the orchards during a pollinization cycle. So I decided to do some reprogramming. The reprogramming was easy until I locked myself out of the terminal. Then, when I was running away from the bots, I dropped the terminal access card somewhere in the orchards.
Just released a bunch of killer mechanicals on the orchards. No trouble here.
In my defense, mechanicals get loose and run rampant pretty often on their own. It's a common workplace hazard.
Really?
Law's alive. I really did think I was doing good by the orchards, but with all that you've told me, it sounds like I've done much more harm.
Yeah.
I know it's a lot to ask, but is there a chance you could vouch for me to my boss?
Let's see. Can you pay me to do it? I don't know. What wouldn't Wouldn't that enable you to script even more?
Well, it could, but not if I'm I guess I'm not sure what more to say. I suppose...
Okay, we figured out everything. Access inventory records. Groundskeepers. No, purple berries are growing a heck of a lot faster than the auto mechanicals can pick them. I should be mighty perturbed by what we're wasting. Since I had that treatment, all I felt is glad about things. So the things growing in people's necks is a thing from Rizzo. Speaking of, Rudy, I have a feeling you're reading this. Caught you a couple times peering at me from behind the hedges and the like. How about you swing by my shack and we bury the hatchet? I'm a changed man since you recommended me for this promotion. Got a bottle of Spectrum vodka and we could share a chapter of the brand new Halcyon Halen cereal. Knew you never liked that I got advanced copies. Must Yarborough, I must admit that your old superior described you as a misanthropic, law-damned redacted. I did not expect you would ever acclimate to a position so many others have loathed. Productivity is at an all-time high, and what's more, you've not only impressed many visitors with your wonderful attitude, but you somehow seem to get along well with wasp-mosquitoes. Or at least they haven't killed you yet. I would like to offer you an unprecedented reward. One-time 15-minute break to be taken at your discretion. So, Jacob, got a rhetorical question for you. Let's say rhetorically that one of the wilderness exploitation reserve keepers got drunk and thought he'd indulge himself in after-hours hunting. Let's say theoretically released our primals, and those primals theoretically proceeded to beat him to death with his own rifle, and then escaped to the orchards. Obviously, I'm just worrying for the sake of worrying, but if something like that were to happen, and I'm not saying it did, especially since such a screw-up would cost me my job, theoretically, Rizzo's may have tested some of their products on these primals. And these primals may have acquired a taste for Rizzo's booze that I know you have stocked in the orchards. Look, if you see any wayward primals, I'm not saying you will, please, for the love of law, send me a message. So that's why they were drunk primals out there. Okay. That's making the sense now. Let's talk to you now.
You're back. I think. How's the investigation going?
I've completed my investigation.
All right. Let's hear the details.
Took care of the roaming exterminator automechs.
Huh. You didn't destroy any of them? Reckon I would have lost that bet. Thanks.
One less expense for you to explain to your bosses, Hathaway. Lucky you.
So what were the fine details of the sabotage anyhow? Were Slug's lackeys trying to get the mechanicals to kill all our waspitos?
You're worried that Slug is trying to mess with your livelihood?
Of course. And what better way to do that than by targeting our pollinizers? They'd be a hell of a pain to kill manually. But if you set the mechanicals to do it...
In your delusional fantasy, the waspitos wouldn't be out until next pollinization cycle. Wouldn't someone notice the rampant mechanicals beforehand?
That seems like a question you should be asking yourself.
Maybe Slug found another way to go. That seems like a stretch.
I mean, a Slug agent could have initiated hive control with the intent to initiate a pollinization cycle and stop it just as quickly. Maybe...
Stop wasting everyone's time, Hathaway.
A drink was spilled over the processing console, shorting it out.
A drink? I ain't never heard of no saboteur dumping drinks all over equipment to destroy it. I hate to say it, but that sounds more like worker carelessness.
How many times do I have to tell you this, old man? Slug isn't behind your problems. Slug wouldn't even need to cause you problems. Your own workers do enough.
Yeah, an herbicide was mixed with fertilizers, which ended up killing the saplings.
Ha! Knew Slug was behind the damn sabotage.
Please. We're subtle, but that's too subtle. If we wanted to destroy your saplings, you'd have known them by the blackened remnants of their stems, not some half-assed poisoning. let's go through this one final time so even you can't confuse it, Hathaway. Slug didn't do a damn thing to your orchards. You're chasing ghosts.
Talk about ghosts all you like, but someone was screwing with my orchards.
Mm-hmm.
If it wasn't Slug...
Anna Summers.
Summers? The intern? I didn't really take her for a meddlesome type. But now that I think of... Right now, we of the orchards have to settle things with Slug. I reckon they...
Ah, what the hell. The orchardist seems to get off on complicating what should be a simple deal, but at the...
Persuade or intimidate. If either of you sprat fucks bicker for a second longer, I'll rip your tongues out. Or Rizzo's will have bits to spare after the browning. Could pay then with interest. I'm a bit more of the angry...
Never like paying bits if I ain't gotta, but you're right. If we get production finished now, we'll be able to pay later.
I'm in it for the money.
Thoughts, Slug Boy?
I think that's the first interesting suggestion I've heard since our back and forth began. Slug can wait for an increase in costs. I hope we won't have this conversation again.
Now that that's out of the way, we can discuss the intern. If she was...
I think you should let her keep... your answer confessed to being inept. She honestly seemed like she just wanted to help.
Even if I were inclined to believe you, that's some damn severe incompetence you're talking about.
Perhaps you could be of use to each other.
What the hell are you proposing? Let her burn the orchards down while I stand behind her and applaud?
The intern's an earnest worker. I bet she could do with an excellent job with your guidance. Or maybe having an ally here would make your job less miserable.
Or it would give me a weak spot to be exploited by my enemies. Use your pay, with a little extra for getting to the bottom of things.
Thank you.
It's gonna be real interesting in the orchards for the foreseeable future.
Money. That's it with you?
Much as I would have liked you to... Maybe then my ex-husband...
Ex-husband, nice. Okay, so... back to doing this. RRDD's lab. 271. Oh man, I was right there before. All that purple berry. I like this gun. If I could put a silencer on this, would be kind of cool. No points of interest anywhere. Or I should say clues anywhere. Oh, there's tons of clues. What am I fucking talking about?
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as
Halcyon Helen. Yeah, this gun melts everything. It's great. Parts of this note are illegible due to dirt and crushed purpleberry smudges. The writing you can make out is as follows. Helen, I know I told you I'd stumbled onto the scoop of a lifetime, but neither of us could have guessed just how deep this would go. Now some slug from the docks is looking for me, asking a lot of questions. It's time to get out. Do you hear me? Don't waste time packing. Just go as soon as you read this. You'll know where to meet me. Tonight, 10 p.m. in the Grand Ballroom. If I don't show, take the next ship out of here and don't look back. Yoink.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen. Timeline discrepancy detected. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
I think I already did that there, yeah.
Just wanted to make you smile!
Stupid parasites. Why are they so friendly? They are riddled with these parasites, my dude. I'm also so close to a level up. RRDD Lab. Let's go. What is that, a 12 shooter? That Halcyon Helen had there?
Hello? I can hear you out there. If you still possess the majority of your mental capacities, please locate the test room through the lobby and to the left. You'll see me through the glass.
Yoink. Yoink and yoink. Give me all this stuff. Hack. View recent appointments. Name Ruth Bellamy. Lab tour. From department reception to utility. Hello, I'm so sorry I haven't had the chance to get your name yet and update the terminal. When you have a moment, could you bring a mop to the lobby? Dr. Blossom seems to have had a rather rough night and spilled some coffee on the floor. What in blessed corporate law is all that commotion down there? I don't believe the rocket fuel combination distillery mixture was scheduled for another week. Could someone please inform me as to what the racket is all about? You better have a damn good reason for interrupting my meeting with the administrator. I expect a full explanation and apology within the next 15 minutes, or people are going to start losing jobs. People in this world are so annoyingly entitled. First, let me finish stealing stuff right in your purview. I see you over there on the left side looking at me as I'm about to finish offloading all my loot. That's a lot of stuff. $69 armor. It's medium. I might take this, actually. Get rid of this. Spatial acuity sensor apparatus. ASA. Perception +1. Interactable highlight range is higher. Bonus to... Yeah, I might take this. Get rid of this hat. Long guns. Okay. Back up or defense scope? This. This is a 25% bonus, but also this is more armor. Another perks get increased.
How in the Aether did you get in here? You're not a Rizzo's authorized. Oh, void it all. What does it even matter now? What do you want? Speak up and quick.
I'm investigating this person's murder. If only had more lie.
You do know that Halcyon Helen is a fictional character portrayed by the late actress Ruth Bellamy, yes? One can't be too sure with so many simpletons
I'm gonna
around
put a
in the
plasma
day-to-day.
bolt right
Regardless,
in your
I am not at
spine.
liberty to divulge such a... Of course, if you were to say, contract your services to me, I suppose I could grant you clearance enough to answer your You see, I've found myself in a bit of a pickle. Some of my lab techs have turned rather aggressive following a recent experiment gone awry. Hence why I've barricaded myself in the lab.
There isn't anything you can do to help?
Yes. I suppose I should make myself useful. Let me think. Ah, I know. I can remotely unlock the supply closets in the lower levels of the lab. Perhaps you'll find some useful apparatus or two in them.
Didn't see any hostiles on the way here from the entry door. You can make a run for it.
And lose my life's work? You want me to just burn my lab and my
Everyone's
entire
obsessed with
future to the
work.
ground over one experiment that's gotten rather out of hand? No, I think not. We merely need to clean up the mess, so to speak. Reset the lab back to functional parameters. Staff can be replaced, you know. Research data? Now that's invaluable.
Get it? Okay, so I could take care of your problem.
Excellent. You have my gratitude, and soon you'll have my knowledge of Miss Bellamy's recent visit. Now, if you'd rather not kill my lab techs during this cleanup, I believe you can dispense a sedative gas from a terminal in the utility room.
Well, I could do that, or I could just let loose. Find the gas canister. This is your friendly custodial staff offering a preemptive apology if the elevator hall is crowded with gas canisters. There are quite a few of them and only one of me, so I'm moving them in loads down to the utility room. To be cautious, they're filled with a sedative potent enough to put a hungry mama raptidon out cold. My team and I are heading to the Grand Colonial's bar this evening for some drinking and fellowship. All real scientists are welcome to join us. You know, the ones that produce quantifiable data and theorems and don't spend their time jabbering over how this is lightning on that how this lighting on that bottle will increase customer sentiment. Team, as we continue our new round of research and product development, I'm increasing the required safety gear for lab workers involved. As some of you may know, a few recent accidents involving subjects have left workers maimed, scarred, and one worker had their left hand permanently discolored to a shade of lime green. Rizzo's Research and Development District Labs is expected to continuously produce revolutionary advancements in the food and beverage industry. These measures will help us in further pursuit of that mission. Okay, so I have to use that elevator to go down there. She doesn't want me to kill her coworkers, but I want to kill them all. Especially if they, like, start it. Something about sedative gas in a utility closet. No, not you. Is it this? defense was already dead when I got here. Same with that one. Sulfur-soaked top hat. This top hat once belonged to Captain Phazon of Byzantium, last seen on Terror on Monarch, standing much too close to the edge of a sulfur pit. This pungent accessory should serve as a reminder of the many terrible dangers found on Monarch. A further example, why no self-respecting Halcyonite should ever visit. I'm stoked about the fact that Parcheesi exists in this world. All right. They want me to not kill their friend. But there's some bits. Nice and stealth-like. Great, I'm in the toilet. Terminal and utility room that could disperse this. I really should have paid attention to where she said that terminal was. Was close. That's the terminal. Forward. But how? That's where we just were before, but I missed something. Okay. I have to go down here. Definitely someone in here with me. It feels like Benny Hill right now. Further and further away from this utility terminal. The other side of them now, though. You running over here? Okay. Lab notes. Trial K08 has produced moderate results. The zero-calorie sweetener produces 36 of the amount of dopamine compared to popular cigarette brands. It is possible that this is as far as we can go without introducing substances that would categorize this as a tobacco product, and we're already towing that line as it is. I'm interested in a trial with a larger set of subjects. However, our lab's resources are getting cut thanks to the new lab that's begun across the hall. Maybe we can offer it to our colleagues in the marketing lab, show them a thing or two regarding proper science. Oh boy. I apologize, but I won't be doing the team justice if I didn't question the budget cuts this lab has seen. We've had to shelve 3 products, and we're losing 2 more researchers. Honestly, whatever's being developed in the lab across the hall better be more addictive than adrenatime. Intentionally mean to scream in terror and assume the fetal position when Spectrum Brown and its slogan were unveiled. It has to be something in the marketing lab did. For law's sake, they aren't even real scientists. Do not know the extent of your squabbles, but they end here. What in the blessed corporate law is all that commotion down there? I don't believe the rocket fuel combination distillery mixture was scheduled for... Oh, we've read that one already. That's just emails I'm perusing. Weapon parts. That's a frenzied host. Alright, we gotta play it calm and collected over here. Okay. That is not a... Okay, we gotta play it calm. Cool. Like. If I go up the stairs, we should be fine. Hey. Not sure what the coolant tank's gonna be good for, but I got it. That sealed. Sealed. I can hack it. And take the rest. Or was there any purpose to this room here? It's just giving me some more loot. Thought maybe this would be like a drop down to the terminal, to the utility room, but no. It's through here, isn't it? 3 bodies. One goes turn around, wherever you are. Right, it saw me briefly. Dispense sedative gas. Heck yeah, I did it. New employee orientation. Cleaning all surfaces. Yeah. How to be a janitor. corrupted. Logs. First day. 17 requests from the lab workers that I had to respond, and also managed to find suite this gas hookup. Got a request from Dr. Blossom to hook up the gas lines. Jackpot. Since I read that stupid orientation document, I've been hoping they'd ask me to volunteer for something. Oh. He became one of those creatures, didn't he? Now that they're all dealt with and being asleep, I don't have to worry no more. We were already through here. What's up there? Dr. Blossom? Dr. Blossom. Oh, loot, 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 loot. They're not dead, they're just sleeping, right? Forever? I'm surprised I got through all that stealth stuff on the first try. Usually stealth and me are like never on the same page. Man, you're dead. So yeah, all your coworkers are now dead. Our discovery. Finally finished our first set of experiments on those parasites we harvested from the infected would-be attraction animals. And the results have been... What the hell am I doing? Why am I even taking notes? Who's going to see this aside from members of our research team? We only need mention how beyond completely phenomenal today's find has been. Not only have we discovered why Harold, the system's saddest teacup canid, had his remarkable turnaround, but we've also found something that will find me vice presidential promotion in no time. Basically, I feel like you're the reason why everyone has a slug in their neck. Slug lab requires your sanitation services for cadaver removal. That's the guy saying, you know, what in the bloody rocket noise, blah blah. I've read the same email like 18 times now. I read these notes already on different terminals, so they don't show up as like red. Ooh. Lets me know when I have items really far away. I like this new armor I have. The headpiece really brought the build together. Let's go to the guy now. The guy is on the second floor. So this way, go down here. Wait, how do I get up there? That doesn't help me. Not one goddamn bit. Those stairs, okay. End of the hall stairs. How do I carry all this stuff on here? Hey, Minotaur, how you doing? It's an elevator? Is that what this is? Well, that didn't help. Alright, so I think down here and there. Yeah. Step, step, step. Is there an elevator? Yeah, there it is. Ready? Okay. Well.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Confirmation of discrepancy confirmed. This person is most definitely dead. But recently, they were still alive.
Examine the body. Gunshots earlier, but yet the victim's loss of blood is oddly minimal. Unable to deduce any further details. Wait, I had more to deduce. There was more to deducing. There's more to deduce.
The organic matter that comprises this lab worker died at a similar time and of similar circumstance as the other corpses already discrepancy detected nearby. The organic matter that comprises this lab worker died at a similar time and of similar circumstance as the other corpses already scanned.
You download confirmation. File error. File deleted. Was successfully downloaded to external data cartridge. Apology for the late notice. Ms. Bellamy has requested to tour. This is all just silly stuff. Yep, that guy yelling again. Files. Parasite findings. Tests involving the parasite Eridanium gigaceus. Colloquially, I couldn't figure that word out. Colloquially dubbed slugs have produced astounding results. Even when compared against their most promising methods of producing a brain chemical dependency, the pheromone these guys give us secretes dopamine more efficiently than anything on record. Further tests will continue researching how much of the compound we can introduce. Better, less than ideal presentation to administration. Okay, so these guys found a parasite that amps up the good chemicals in your brain. Oh. Investigate the storage warehouse's inventory logs. So there's a couple Petromaka. Wait a minute. This is one of those ones I have to do outside and come back here, right?
It's not gonna... Oh, whoops. There it is. Okay. This is... This is Dr. Blossom. Eridanium gigaceus Slug Research Report 1. Subject: a bunch of slugs. Ugh. These things may well be Rizzo's ticket to the top of the board. But at the end of the day, they still look like my brother would if he ever stopped wearing that damn toupee. Initially found these little bastards suckling on the hairy undersides of a teacup canid. Much like my brother, who works for the Wilderness Exploitation Reserve. The backstabber. Suffice it to say that these things are parasites. The canid didn't seem to mind, but it's almost as stupid as my research staff. Good stuff. Oh, whoops.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Subject.
Body heat readings indicate that the culprit was just here, mere moments earlier in the timeline.
Gauge that this vent was probably isn't supposed to be gaping open, but beyond that, it's difficult to tell if anyone used it to enter the lab or escape from it. Examine the fuse box. There's a cut wire in the box. Someone wanted the power cut to something, but you're not sure what.
Good stuff. Oh, whoops. Got some spectrum on the dissection subject. That's fine. Yeah, I think I see a couple sacs in the worm. Might secrete enzymes or poison or something. We'll figure it out later. Starting to see doubles, so I'm going to switch to working on the Gatling. Almost got the spectrum lock done.
Okay. So Administrator Ludovico. Where are you taking me, Administrator Mans?
Attention all personnel. Unscheduled pollinization cycle is about to commence. Please evacuate the orchards at this time. Releasing the waspitos for pollinization. Cycle is now in progress.
We don't like this, do we? I don't think we like this. It was weird shooting a bunch of bugs in a swarm like that.
Did you know that waspitos will persistently chase an opponent for miles on end? At Rizzo's, we value the dogged work ethic these noble insects display.
That one, and then this one's the Ludovico. There was a terminal I have to do over here. Yeah, this guy. Okay.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
What is the discrepancy? Scan the chemical makeup of the multi-tool. There's a multi-purpose tool here. Okay.
Tool is comprised of 99% plastic, 0.5% steel, and 0.5% carbonated sugary beverage. Trace amounts of kerosene, alcohol, hydrazine, and liquid hydrogen also detected.
Mm-hmm. Inspect the casing. Wiggle the nails out. Nails aren't as well set as they'd look, making it simple enough matter to wiggle them free. As the panel falls away, you notice that it was hiding a slug logo. Likely whoever released the waspitos was a slug employee. I figured it out. The person who set the trap for us was Rizzo himself. Also likely that whoever released the waspitos was a slug employee. Means you speculate Slug has it out for you for some reason. Abort pollinization cycle. Brute force trigger, okay. Generally, when two coworkers get blasted out of their mind with the Spectrum vodka, blah blah. Okay. I mean, I could just do this. Fast travel. I don't think there's anything else over there except for, I got the Spectrum vodka stuff.
Hope you've been enjoying your stay.
Oh, I could have went inside there. Cool.
And Helen's death was the worst part of all this. What?
The brochure never mentioned
Black hole.
Nice.
What floor would you like to visit?
Never mind. I think what I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna put a pin in it and call it here, because also I don't think I've leveled up once since doing this DLC tonight, which is wild. But anyway, that's gonna do it for me tonight. I'm getting tired and I want to go to sleep. We'll be back on Thursday, picking up where we left off. I want to thank, I don't know how to pronounce this name. Chickeninki? Chickeninki. Yes, Chickeninki for becoming a member today. Appreciate it much. And if you are all still here and you haven't done it yet, please consider dropping a like on the stream. It helps out the channel tremendously. I'll be back on Thursday, picking up where we left off on this DLC. Feels a little bit different than the last one. Whoa, I also noticed it's jewels? What are jewels? Someone said floating heart for 10 jewels. What is this jewels currency on Twitter, on YouTube? I'm so confused. I'm old. Things are very... I don't know what's going on. Anyway, I'll be back Thursday. I'm old. I'm getting tired. I'll be playing more of this game. Would love to see you all here. That's it. Okay, bye.